So it is time for special shout outs. This is one of my favorite things to do at Wise Working Women, and we're amplifying it at this gathering because I'm going to be shouting out several women. But I'm going to start with a big shout out to my amazing helper, Nancy. Nancy has helped me in many more ways than you know behind the scenes. She has been, when I facilitated my fall retreat, which was in person, it was a 3-day retreat. It's part of the Sacred Sisterhood group program. It includes seasonal retreats, and the fall one is the big in-person one. I had to clear some energy. I was like, Nancy, we need to go in the other room, and I need to have a bitch fest, and I need to get this all off my chest because I need to hold the space for these women in this healing retreat. And I was like, but I need to let all of this energy out of me. Like, I need to process. And Nancy is that woman for me behind the scenes. She helps support me. I wouldn't be able to do these things alone. And I tried to for years, and it was exhausting and overwhelming to try and facilitate events and trying to run my business all by myself. And Nancy is one of my amazing team members who helps me. And then I also want to shout out to Nancy, secondly, is she has an amazing business herself. So Nancy just doesn't help me out. And I'm going to give Nancy a really great shout out for, you came into your own a little more this year. You stepped into, as I think you said, with all these chakras of business, I think you started to get clear on what lights you up, what you want to do, the people you want to impact. I mean, you even said you want to start working with those young people that are so excited for life. And there's all these new things that are coming up for you in your business. And I think it goes hand in hand with karma for you. Nancy has been there for people in her life and for people in her business more this year than anyone I know. And you know what? You deserve the manifesting of money. You deserve the clients. You deserve the work. You deserve the love and appreciation, because when we give back, God, universe does bring us, and you give from your heart to your clients and to this community and to your friends and family. So let's just give Nancy some love for all that she does. She's absolutely amazing. If you haven't ever had a call with Nancy, feel free to get on a call with her. She's amazing. She always gives some new aha or insight for you. She's got some potential referral, or she just makes you feel darn good. So we love you, Nancy. And anything you want to share?
Thank you so much. And especially, I have given so much lately and been through so much recently that, and recognizing and finally saying yes to myself and to my business, because I've given so much. So that's what a lot of what's coming up lately right now. I'm like, but thank you so much for the acknowledgement. And it's always a pleasure and an honor to be on this journey with you and to support you in this. And yeah, it's been a hell of a ride this year for me and the business. And so thank you. I take it all. I receive it with gratitude.
We love you, Nancy. Thank you. Thank you. And I want to do a shout out. They're not here. Kim was here for a hot sec. They're not here. My other two team members, we actually did an official onboarding with them where they have taken on new responsibilities in Tracy's Total Wellness. This year for me was a lot about trust, and to onboard my business to a team takes trust, especially to the amount of onboarding I have now. And it was amazing to have that onboarding session with my team. And we sat and we meditated and we honored each other, which is something important to me. They're just not on my payroll. They're a part of my business. And so I want to honor Skylar, who is my VA. I'm going to send this to you ladies if you haven't seen it, but Skylar does all the amazing social media marketing, all my email marketing. I mean, if it wasn't for her, I would literally go crazy. I would probably not have a computer because I would probably throw it through the window. Skylar is super creative. I send her a picture and she edits it and she makes it look pretty. She's just absolutely amazing at the work she does. It was because of Skylar, many of you were able to sign up for this event. She's going to continue to do all my email marketing for me, and she's absolutely amazing. And Nancy, as she said, she was helping a lot. I was like, Nancy, you don't need to be helping this way anymore. And so Nancy stepped away from some of the responsibilities of Wise Working Women, and Skylar immediately was like, yes, I got it. So I want to honor her. And this is a time for you ladies, like, oh, do I have team? I might want to say thank you to them this month. So if you have any team in your life, they are amazing for our businesses. And if you're like, I don't know if I could have a team, what does that look like? As you grow, it's vital. So if you ever want to just pick my brain on why onboarding is a good thing and to not suffer as long as I did before I did it a couple of years ago, please feel free to reach out. And then lastly, Kim, who is my community care coordinator. You probably heard from Kim to remind you about this meeting or share about this meeting. Kim will be doing follow-up with all of you. And I say community care coordinator, it's like Kim is like that warm blanket after you take it out of the dryer of my business. She makes you feel like you are held. She makes you feel like you are heard. And if it wasn't for Kim, she helps confirm all of my client sessions. She helps to make sure all of you are served that come to my events. She really does coordinate my community. And so I want to acknowledge Kim. I love you as well. That was my team. And now I'm going to turn to my amazing women that come to my events and have sponsored events and have been here as speakers and held the space for my community. And I know Regina's off video because she might be driving, but Regina, I'm going to give you a big shout out, because you said it when Regina was on my panel for Wise Working Women Amplified this year. And she was amazing with sharing her gifts. But afterwards, you said, you're like, holy crap, like this stuff works. She's like, when we come together in like true community, it works. Like, I feel like I can take more action in my business. I feel like I can connect to self more. And just to see the work that you've done and the growth that you've had, it's been truly phenomenal. I know, Regina, you said that I helped activate more of your feminine energy. And so it's been an honor to see you here, and you're going to see a lot more of Regina in 2023. But Regina has been an amazing speaker and guest healer and facilitator for my events this year. And Regina, since you're here, I would love if you had anything you wanted to share.
Hey, wow, I did not expect that. My brain turned around and said, Tracy's done a shout out for me before, so let's like be abundantly go over to other people. So what you did again, every single time with your brilliance, with your just love and your deep listening behind what everything is being said, you had me be filled up with, celebration and gratitude of myself, like really got present to like, yeah, man, I am kick-ass. Like I am really that. And I just love you. And I'm so grateful that I said yes to like continuing. And I look forward to our calls next week that we're going to continue with. And I honor that. I honor you so much. You really have. I know I got the hat on, and today I've got the male energy shirt. It's a male Zumba shirt. But I swear I am in my feminineness, in my masculine way. I love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Regina. It's been amazing to have you. And my last shout out for today, before I go to her, I want to share the shout out to all my speakers, all the women that have spoke at Wise Working Women, all the women that have been a part of it. We've had panels this year. We've had other women come on as guest healers in my Secret Sisterhood. Like, even though they're not present, I just want to shout out to all the women that have either been an affiliate or a sponsor or a guest healer for Tracy's Total Wellness. It's not easy for me to do this on my own. And I actually have been able to support women more by bringing on amazing women that are doing great things. So thank you, ladies. And more in store. We have new speakers and we have new panelists. If it's something you're interested in, I'm going to be sharing a form in a minute. You can fill out the form if you want to learn more about being on a panel or speaking next year. And lastly is my clients. I love my clients. They are amazing. They fill me up. They make me remember why I want to do the work, especially when I'm like crying on the floor, being like, God, no, I don't know if I want to do this anymore. And my clients remind me that this is my purpose. This is my work. And Sacred Sisterhood began this year. It was a vision I've had for several years. I have done group work in the past. but not at this level of intensity. And it has been an honor and awe to see the women in my group program. And when we have our one-on-one work, to see the growth, the light that starts to get opened up when they start to peel the layers of grief and resentment and unforgiveness and blame and shame and all that stuff, and start to see their true gifts light up. It's amazing. And one of my consistent attendees of Wise Working Women, who's also a client, is Stephanie. And I want to just shout out to Stephanie for being real, not sugarcoating stuff, not being like, oh, I'm fine. You know how some of you are like, no, I'm fine. It's like, no, when you come in, even to these gatherings, you're like, I don't know, I didn't have an intention. It didn't come in. I don't know. You're just real. And that's how you've been as a member of Sacred Sisterhood, and you've been as a client of mine. You're like, I'm not going to waste time sugarcoating and pretending things aren't going well. If they're not going well in this moment and there's a challenge I'm having, Tracy's here to support me. I'm going to utilize that support. So I want to acknowledge you, Steph, for being real. And since you've been real with me more, we've been able to dive deeper into stuff, and we've been able to start to clear. So I want to honor Stephanie for her vulnerability and her trust in me to hold the space for her, and her trust in the women of the Sacred Sisterhood, and her trust in the women that are always in the events that are holding space for her. So anything you want to share, Steph, as we acknowledge you with a shout out?
Thank you. I receive your shout out. I am real. What you see is what you get. But I thank you, because everyone who's been in our group has given me that space without judgment. They just wrap around me and they're like, I accept you the way you are right now. And if we didn't have a community that accepted us as we are right now, I wouldn't be able to be vulnerable. But then by being vulnerable, I'm able to come in and support other people, because I've grown so much in the last year. So, I'm able to give back as well. So you've created a container where I can be vulnerable, but also give back and support. So I thank you very much for that. And I thank you, Nancy, for all of your amazing work as well. You both have helped me so much this year. Thank you.
Yay. We love you, Steph, and we love all of our clients. And any of you that are here that have clients, or you have people you work with, like, here's a time for you to silently celebrate them as well. And then I wouldn't be full work-life harmony if I didn't celebrate, my family and my friends. They are the ones that let me kind of unload, not think about work, which is important. As a business owner, sometimes we forget that we can actually leave work for a sec, and we can be just ourselves. And so I'm honoring all my family and friends that have supported me, and I'm honoring this new decade that I'm moving into. I am going to be 40 on December 7th. I'm moving into a new decade. I am ready for it. And as I mentioned, I feel like this new decade for me, I had to practice trust in my 30s. That was my word. Practicing that sacred work of trusting. And I feel now in my 40s that I can fly with it more. Now that I have trust, it's like I have my wings, and I am declaring and celebrating that is where I'm moving. And I want to declare that for all of you, where can you build some more wings? If we had more wise working women doing powerful work in this world, if we had small businesses that were truly thriving, this economy, this world, people would be way better off. And when we have more empowered women, shit gets done, people's lives get changed, and we all feel better. All I'm going to say. So I want to acknowledge and shout out as we close out to all of you that are here live, and all of you that are listening to the recording, from Allison to Sue to Trisha, Lori Kay, Phoebe, and then all of the other women that are listening to the recording. I want to celebrate all of you for being wise working women and stepping into your power a little bit more this next year. And so I want to now, as we feel the excitement of this, I want to share with you, because I have been mentioning how we're moving into next year. I want to share with you, before we go around the room and learn a little bit more about your businesses, I would love to share with you ladies a little bit more of how Wise Working Women is going to be working next year, and maybe a few opportunities or different ways that you could be a part of the community if you vibe with it. And this is one thing that I don't tend to share except this gathering, just because we have the whole year to go, is if you're really vibing off of Wise Working Women and you're like, oh, I'd love to come next year and I wouldn't want to have to worry about or think about it, I create just a year membership in the beginning of the year. And so this includes all the Wise Working Women's. And Nancy's going to drop the link because we have a really great Wise Working Women page that houses everything we talk about today, from the chakra oil to the packages to a form that you can fill out if you have questions. But Wise Working Women next year, 2023, looks like this. We'll be gathering for our 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern times on all those meetings. And the cool thing is, if you see December next year, it's on my actual birthday, which I'm very excited about. So we'll be really closing out in a powerful way. Now, all the other gatherings you see from March to November will have speakers. These are women that get to share their wisdom. So if you're interested in being a speaker, we have a few slots left for speakers next year. You can fill out that form and let me know you're interested in being a speaker. Or you'll see a link at the top to book a free Chakras of Business call, and we can discuss that as well on a free call. Now, there's 2 special events, which February 2nd, I mentioned, is going to be a 3-hour gathering where we're going to come together with the launch of our Wise and Well Women Workshop series. We're going to have a free workshop every single Thursday in February, and we'll be housing the first panel discussion, the first workshop, as a part in addition to Wise Working Women. That's going to be all about leadership. There'll be other things that I'll be sharing after that, which will be wellness, spiritual growth, and many other things. But for Wise Working Women, we're going to launch the panel discussions that I'll be having in February with leadership. So you'll get to hear from amazing women that are stepping up in leadership. And again, if you might be interested in a panel, feel free to reach out. I will let you know if we have some slots left. And then September 7th is a whole day retreat. We do some yoga, meditation. We have more deeper conversations with each other and we dive deep. So it's a full day retreat. It is truly amazing. And I have a lot of women. I know Brittany was here earlier. She had to leave, but she came in first from the retreat. She's like, oh my gosh, Tracy, I want to continue because that retreat was amazing. So there's a lot we can do. And I do that intentionally in the fall so we can feel fulfilled for the rest of the year. So this is just an invitation for those of you that it serves. And if this doesn't serve you, I am totally cool with that. And any way that I can help you is it's just my joy to do. And if this doesn't align, I'm really grateful you were here today. So these are a few things I have, and then I'm going to go through a little bit of the next thing that I have offering is, if you're interested in learning more, and my pretty slide looked like it moved a little, but I guess we can see it all. If you're interested in learning more about chakras, I had mentioned Sacred Sisterhood that launches in 2023. I do many different things with clients, from in-person to virtual body work, energy work, and clearings. I really help women to come into their gifts, set powerful boundaries, and do the work that can really change the trajectory of their ancestral lineage and the trajectory of the work that they do in the world. If it's something that you're interested in, I would love to just have a free call with you and see if it aligns, whether you want to be a speaker maybe next year, whether you want to just get to know me more, or you're interested in how I work. I'm here to have awesome conversation with you. Now, the chat and all the attendee information, the recording, that will be emailed soon, so you don't have to worry about any of that. And then you'll also notice when you go into that Wise Working Women December that I had just, for some of you, finished my holiday special, which was my Sacred Space collection boxes were offered at a discount. Those are also going to be offered for the next week. So when it says specials expire on December 8th, you'll see that I have reopened up Sacred Collection box specials. And if you're interested in learning more, I know there's a lot of women here that have the boxes. If any of you that have the boxes want to throw in the chat something you love about them, they are great. They have crystals, essential oils, candles, and they're amazing for gifts for the holidays. I'm running some specials, and I decided to reignite those specials for all of my Wise Working Women. So as we close here and we close this part out, I want to step into my quote by Gandhi, one of my favorite quotes, which is, harmony is when what you think, what you say, and happiness is what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. And for me, when I can think and I can say, and I can be in action in a way that my higher self is really aligning with me, that's when I get that peace, that flow, that joy that some of you women shared here today. I'm going to bring this off, and I'm going to want to see your beautiful faces again. And Nancy did post that in the chat if you're interested. And you'll see everything there. I'm gonna just share with you. These are what the pretty boxes look like. They're very pretty. And somebody had Prosper. Was that Baby? Were you Prosper? Okay, so this is a legit Prosper box, which I love, which is the manifesting box. We also have Flourish, which is a vitality box. So it's about health and wellness. It's a lot of vitality and also vitality in your thought processes. And then Comfort is the relaxation box. I'm offering free shipping for all those as well. And oh yeah, Regina, you had the prosperity box. Oh yes, you found things you need even when you know you didn't need it. Yeah. I love using tools
all
to
the box.
amplify my experience, right? It's why I light a candle, I pull a card. I just find tools can help me amplify the way I feel. So I love my tools. And I decided a couple of years ago to just put all the fun things I love into a box. And the boxes actually support women small business owners here in Orlando. So the crystal comes from a crystal healer here in Orlando. The teas, herbs, and spices come from a woman here. The candles come from a woman. So I like to do my best to support other small businesses during this time as well. So it's a little bit about them, and you can fill out the form if you have questions, and I will stay on after the gathering if you also have any questions. Awesome. So you ladies, if you're interested, you can go and you can click that link now. You can wait. You'll get an email later with the link. The specials are available until the 8th of December, the day after my birthday. And we're going to spin the wheel again to see who the next, where to go, who the next winner is of a giveaway for presents. So this one is an essential oil, and it's called Northern Escape. It's like a winter blend. It's called the Woodland Blend. So it's a really great blend to diffuse in your home. It makes it smell like you're in the middle of the forest. It's really great. If you ever have questions, if you get this and you don't have a diffuser, or you don't know how to use it, please feel free to message me. But it's a great oil. It's got spruce, Siberian fir, balsam bark from Canada. It's got lavender, so that brings a little softness into it, cedarwood, frankincense, and clove. So it's like the holidays in a bottle of essential oil. And this is from a company, doTERRA. So they're very highly therapeutic, high quality. So you only need like 2 drops of this in a diffuser and you will smell it. It's pretty great. So let's see who the winner is of the holidays in a bottle. All right. The sound isn't working, so I'm just gonna embrace it. All right. All right, we have special number 4, which was Regina. Regina, you are the 4th woman that registered, and you win Northern Escape. Woo, 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 woo. Holiday in a bottle. So make sure you, I think I might already have your shipping address, but just in case, private message Nancy, so that we can get that shipped out to you. And as we close out, I'll be actually sharing my biggest giveaway, which is all these juicy, sacred, amazing things, from handmade cards to teas to CBD to an infuser to so much, will be our final giveaway we're going to do right after we share about our intentions. So I can't wait to give my last one away to somebody here that's present and fabulous. So I'm going to close this out.